Social Security is going broke. I need to claim now before it disappears. It's one of the worst Social Security myths people believe. After reassuring countless retirees that these are just lies, I realized these myths are costing people thousands in benefits. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly which myths trip up most retirees and reveal the truth so you can keep your benefits safe. Let's start with the myth you've probably seen in headlines. The one that sounds terrifying and pushes people to grab their Social Security benefits the moment they're eligible. Social Security is going broke, so I need to claim ASAP before it disappears. And that fear, it makes sense. Take a look at this headline from Investopedia. Social Security trust fund reserves could be depleted by 2034. That's only 9 years away. And if you're planning to rely on those checks in retirement, that sounds like a financial disaster. So let's break it down. Is Social Security really going broke? And should you rush to claim just to beat the collapse? Here's what most people miss. Social Security isn't just funded by a reserve. It's funded by payroll taxes, money coming out of every worker's paycheck right now. Think of it like a river that never shuts off. That river keeps flowing even if the backup reservoir runs dry. So even if Congress did nothing, and that's extremely unlikely, payroll taxes alone would still cover about 75 to 83% of promised benefits. Let's put that in real numbers. If your full benefit was supposed to be $2,200 a month, a 25% cut would still leave you with around $1,650. That's not zero. It's not gone. It's a haircut, but not a total loss. And here's another reason not to panic. This isn't the first time Social Security faced a crisis. In the early 1980s, it was literally weeks away from running out of money. Congress stepped in with tough changes, raising the retirement age, increasing payroll taxes, and even taxing benefits for wealthier retirees. They saved the program, and they'll likely do it again. In fact, there are already dozens of proposals in Washington to fix Social Security, from raising the income cap to adjusting how benefits are calculated. And if any changes do happen, they're most likely to affect younger generations, not those already close to retirement. So here's the real danger. It's not that Social Security is disappearing. It's that fear of headlines could cause you to lock in smaller checks for the rest of your life by claiming too early. Yes, Social Security needs a tune-up, but it's not going bankrupt. So don't let panic drive your retirement decisions. Even when people realize Social Security isn't collapsing, they fall for another costly myth. They work years longer than they need to, trading away time and freedom because they don't understand how benefits are actually calculated. The myth is that Social Security is based on your last few years of earnings. Let me show you why that's wrong. Let's say we have two people, person A and person B. Person A works up until the day they hit their full retirement age. They didn't make much early on, but over the last 35 years, they hit the Social Security wage cap every year. That qualifies them for the 2025 maximum benefit of $4,018 per month. Now, meet person B. They started working in their teens, and from age 20 to 55, they also hit the wage cap every year. But at age 55, they retire, and they don't earn another dollar for the next decade. So here's the question. How much do they get at full retirement age? The answer? The exact same as person A. Here's what people miss. Your benefit is calculated on your highest 35 years of earnings, not just your most recent years. Those 35 years can come at any time. Whether you earn the most at 25 or 65, it counts the same. So if you've already worked 35 strong years, don't assume you need to keep grinding until 67. And if you haven't hit 35 years, that's when zeros do matter because they pull down your average. As long as you've got the full 35, a few low income or zero earning years at the end won't shrink your benefit. And if you want to keep working while you're eligible for Social Security, this next myth might scare you off. Or worse, push you into the wrong decision. The myth is, if I claim early, and keep working, I lose benefits forever. Here's how it trips people up. Let's say you're 62, still working, and you earn $50,000 a year. Social Security's earnings limit in 2025 is $23,400. For every $2 you earn above that, they withhold $1 in benefits. In this case, about $13,300 would be held back. That's when people panic. Why would I even bother claiming if they're just going to take it away? But here's the part most people miss. Withheld doesn't mean lost. That money isn't gone. Once you hit full retirement age, Social Security recalculates your monthly check to pay for the months they withheld. You'll receive a higher benefit going forward. Think of it like a pause, not a penalty. So yes, working can reduce your checks now, but it can boost them later. And once you reach full retirement age, you can earn as much as you want with no impact on your benefits. Bottom line, working while claiming early isn't throwing money away. It just changes when you get it. This next myth isn't just about when you get your benefit. It's about how much of it you actually keep. And I've seen so many retirees shocked when the number they plan for isn't the one that shows up in their bank account. The myth is Social Security isn't taxed. Now, this one trips up people for a good reason. It's partially true. If Social Security is your only source of income, you might not owe any taxes at all. But the moment you add money from a pension, an IRA, or even a part-time job, that's when things start to change. Let's take two retirees. They both get the same Social Security benefit, say $2,500 a month, but one lives entirely off of Social Security, and the other also pulls $100,000 per year from an IRA. The second retiree could pay thousands of dollars in taxes on their benefit, while the first pays nothing. Why? Because of a formula the IRS uses called combined income. Here's how it works. They take your adjusted gross income, add any non-taxable interest like muni bonds, and then add half of your Social Security benefits. That number, called combined income, determines how much of your Social Security is taxable. Think of it like a series of toll booths on a highway. As your income drives past each threshold, Uncle Sam steps out and collects a little more. Here are the thresholds for a married couple. Under $32,000 of combined income, no taxes on your Social Security. Between $32,000 and $44,000, up to 50% of your benefits can be taxed. But over $44,000, up to 85% of your benefits can be taxed. And just to be clear, that doesn't mean you're paying an 85% tax rate. It means up to 85% of your Social Security benefit is counted as taxable income, and it's taxed at your ordinary income rate based on your bracket. This surprises a lot of people, especially because these income thresholds haven't been adjusted for inflation. So more and more retirees are getting caught by this every year. And lately, there's been a lot of talk about the big beautiful bill. This idea that it's going to eliminate taxes on Social Security for most people. But that's not what it does. While it includes a new senior deduction, it doesn't eliminate federal taxes on benefits. So before you count on getting every dollar from Social Security, make sure to factor in taxes. And if you build a retirement income plan around the right strategies, like managing IRA withdrawals or using Roth income, you can keep more of your benefit away from Uncle Sam. And while some retirees are surprised by how little they get, others assume they'll get nothing at all. The next myth is, if I didn't work, I can't get Social Security. And I get why this feels true. If you didn't pay into the system, how could you get anything out? But here's the surprising truth. Social Security isn't just for workers. It's for families. If your spouse has a strong earnings history, you could be eligible for up to half of their benefit, even if you never worked a day in your life. Let's say their benefit is $3,000 a month. That means you could receive $1,500 per month. That's real money, and it lasts for life. To qualify for spousal benefits, here's what you need. Be married for at least 1 year. Be at least 62, and your spouse must qualify for their own benefit. Now, what if you're divorced? You could still qualify for benefits based on your ex-spouse's record, as long as you're married 10 years or more, you're now unmarried, and your own benefit is lower than what you'd get based on your ex's record. And here's what most people miss. They don't need to give you permission. They'll never even know. And claiming on their record doesn't reduce their benefit, even if they're remarried. This rule exists to protect people who supported their family in other ways, like raising kids or caring for loved ones. And it ensures they aren't punished in retirement just because they didn't earn a paycheck. So before you assume you're not eligible, check your spousal options. You could be leaving thousands of dollars in lifetime benefits on the table. And while we've talked about 5 of the most costly Social Security myths, there's one more that catches even the smartest retirees off guard. It's the idea that you should wait until 67 or even 70 to claim. For some people, that advice makes perfect sense. But for others, it could mean tens of thousands of dollars left on the table. I break down exactly when waiting hurts more than it helps in this video right here. Click that next and I'll show you the situations where claiming early actually wins.